What's up, guys? It's your boy Sonic123 here, back here on Call of Duty Warzone, and today we have a new update, new season, which means some new weapons. Now, they have added a new actual AR that you can use here inside of Warzone called the BP50, but unfortunately it has a very odd and unique weapon challenge to actually unlock it, and it's to get 15 ADS kills with ACOG scope. Now, the main problem with that is the fact that most players don't even know what the ACOG optic even means here inside of Warzone. So I'm going to show y'all exactly what two optics that you can actually use here on Warzone that can fulfill this challenge and help you actually level this gun up as fast as possible. Now, if you're new here, then definitely consider subscribing. We drop Warzone content pretty much every single day on the channel, and I would appreciate it if you can drop a like, as that will help this channel out a whole bunch. Now, let's get into the awesome guide. Now, the first option for the ACOG scopes that you can use here in Warzone is found on Modern Warfare weapons, and it's the Cronin C480 Pro Optic, which is a 3.5x magnification, which is what an ACOG scope is normally classified as. Now, the only other optic that is considered an ACOG here in Warzone is the 3.5x rifle scope, which you can use on Vanguard weapons. So if you're a fan of those weapons, then it's a great choice to use to unlock the BP50. Now, after you obviously selected one of the two ACOG scopes that they have here in Warzone, you can either use like the Modern Warfare one on obviously Modern Warfare multiplayer. You can get the challenge done extremely easy, but if say you're only a Warzone only type player, then obviously I pick one of those optics, then the best option is to load into a Rebirth Blood Money quads, as that's the only plunder like mode that's available right here on Warzone currently. So just easily get 15 kills on there, and then once you're done with that, you should get the notification that you unlock the BP50. You can finally level that up and grind it out and whatnot. Now, when it comes down to the best setup that you can actually run on the BP50, now I don't have it fully maxed out yet, but I do have most of the good attachments that you actually should probably run on this gun if you're going to use it actually like a long range AR. Now, first off, you want the recoil booster, because although this does have a naturally faster fire rate, when you put on the barrel and some of the other attachments, it does slow down the gun slightly, so having a recoil booster is probably key to have on it. Then obviously we have the longest barrel, which is 540mm PM8 barrel, which gives you the bullet velocity, a little bit of hip fire accuracy, flinch resistance, and a little bit of recoil control, which is a huge help on this gun because naturally it has a little bit of a jump to it, but once you put on all these attachments and whatnot, it does lessen the recoil on this gun significantly. Then next off we have the AD flashlight, which gives you extra recoil control and recoil recovery, which is also great for this gun in general. Then we have the 2.5x, because they did heavily nerf the 3 to 6 times optic, so I wouldn't ever use this optic on any gun anymore. I would mainly stick to using this one or the slate reflector, depending on how you use this gun in general. Then we have the stock, which is the NOM 11S, which gives you that recoil control, aiming stability, initial fire and recoil control, and idle sway control, which is really good in long range situations and whatnot. If you feel as though you need a little bit more speed though, then I do recommend the skeletal stock, because that does help out with initial fire and recoil, idle sway, aim stability, and aim walking movement speed, which is really good to also have on a long range gun like this. Then for magazine wise, there's two good options that you can go with. You can go with the 60 round mags, which is, I feel, is pretty good, but if you go with the 50 round, then obviously you're going to lose a little bit of damage and damage range and bullet velocity, but you get the extra aim down sight speed, a little bit of hip fire accuracy, and then if you hit headshots a lot more often than not, then you'll do a lot more damage than say if you had just a basic 60 round mag. Then obviously LinkedIn is obviously the best choice that you should run for a long range weapon, so definitely go for that. Hatch grip, standard, just recoil control, flinch resistance, pretty standard for most weapons here that are Vanguard related. And then for perk, the best option is either sleight of hand or fleet. If you feel as though the reload speed is not too slow for you, then I wouldn't go with sleight of hand, but naturally to me it feels a lot slower than say any other AR inside the game right now. So I do feel as though sleight of hand is a better prioritized option than like tight grip or brace, especially since once you put on these attachments that lower the recoil, it virtually has none. So it's a great option to go with sleight of hand over the recoil controlling options. But if you feel as though you don't have that recoil control, then go ahead and put those on. And then for perk 2, your best option is either on hand or fully loaded. I do not have fully loaded yet, so, but I know that's the next one after on hand. But those are obviously the only 2 options that you should be running for a long range AR like this. Now, if you're going to use this gun as more of a sniper support option, then obviously the better attachments to be running on is the recoil booster. You have the first barrel that you can actually unlock, which gives you that aim down sight speed and aim walking movement and sprint to fire speed. It's great for sniper support weapons. Then you have the CR laser, which gives you the sprint to fire and aim down sight speed, which is similar to like the TAC laser from Modern Warfare, which is why I feel like this gun should have been a Modern Warfare weapon, but obviously Vanguard is the current game, so they had to make it for there. Then the slate reflector, the skeletal stock, so that way you can get that idle sway and initial fire and recoil, and also that little bit of aim walking movement speed. Then the 50 round mags, because it gives you the aim down sight speed, so it's better for more close quarter situations and whatnot. And then that headshot damage multiplier will be a lot more than normal. Then we have LinkedIn, hatch grip, sleight of hand, because the reload is a little bit slower, as I said before. And then the best perk to run for perk 2 would be on hand in this situation if you're using it for sniper support and whatnot. Now, if you enjoyed this video, then definitely consider subscribing if you're new here. As always, drop a like, as that will really help out this channel. We're on our way to 1K subs, so definitely help out a little bit if you feel like you're generous enough to help out a small content creator such as myself and whatnot. And if you stayed through the whole video, then thank you for watching. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Peace.